Good evening. My name is Jen Peterzak, and I am an HR business partner for Fifth Third Bank. Thank you for the opportunity to share insight into the human capital organization. Today's agenda and topics that we will cover include the history of Fifth Third Bank, the organizational structures, including the holistic view, as well as our human capital organization, the human capital support structure, our Fifth Third Compass, the human capital vision, leadership competencies, and human capital success. The history of Fifth Third Bank. So Fifth Third Bank can trace its roots back to 1858 as the Bank of Ohio Valley. During that time and in subsequent years, other financial institutions were started. In the early 1900s, the Third National Bank and Fifth National Bank formed Fifth Third National Bank in actually 1908. Shortly after, Fifth Third National Bank established a branch banking system with Union Savings Bank under their state charter. In 1927, these two consolidated to become Fifth Third Bank. In the 1930s and 40s, Fifth Third emerged as one of the strong banks in the market emerging from the Great Depression. They played a significant role in the war bond effort of World War II. During the 50s, the focus became on convenience and service, with 25 branches established. In the 1960s, expansion continued, establishing its headquarters in its current location in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. The 1970s continued to bring expansion, as well as the introduction of Genie, which is the first online automated teller system and shared ATM network in the United States. In the 90s and into the 2000s, we also saw expansion, but this time across states, specifically into Florida, Michigan, Illinois, and Indiana. In 2007 and 2008, amidst the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, Fifth Third weathered the storm. So today, we have over 18,000 employees with nearly 1,200 banking centers in 10 states. Our primary focus is to improve the lives of our customers, communities, and employees. This is a quick slide providing you with an overview of Fifth Third's footprint. I wanted to share the quick historical perspective and an overview of the footprint to help provide context into the organization and Fifth Third today. Today, Fifth Third is led by the chairman, president, and CEO. Under his leadership, there are key executive positions that lead each of the various lines of business, as well as support functions such as human capital. It's important to outline this structure as it has a direct impact on how human capital provides support to the organization. Let's now look at the structure of the human capital team. At Fifth Third, HC is broke down into the various centers of excellence, or COEs, such as enterprise learning, compensation, business consulting, etc. Employees within each COE are assigned to support a division or line of business. And then formal work groups are formed through these assignments or areas of responsibility. This slide depicts the common structure of a human capital support group within Fifth Third. Within the organization, this framework is commonly referred to as the flower petal model, which is led by the HR business partner. The role of the HRBP is to partner with the assigned line of business leader and is the main point of contact for all HC activities and needs. The HRBP will then bring in the appropriate COE partner for the situation, whether that's an annual process such as pay for performance or a strategic initiative like incorporating a digital solution. It's not uncommon for the human capital team to transition between working as a work group and working as a work team. It certainly depends upon the situation and what needs to be accomplished. We have established work groups, again, based solely on the organizational structure and assigned areas of responsibility. And periodically, when there are initiatives and projects, such as a merger or acquisition or execution of that digital strategy, different groups are formed to create a work team. It's dependent upon, and then therefore we're dependent upon each other for the overall success of the project or initiative. Now that we've reviewed the history of Fifth Third, looked at the organizational structure, let's now dig a little deeper into the values and the culture of the organization. Fifth Third's core values define how employees act and interact with each other and are the heart of our culture. These core values are working as one bank, taking accountability, being respectful and inclusive, and acting with integrity. They're intended to guide employees as they work with customers and each other, and they also work as a guide for developing and executing against our strategic priorities. Fifth Third Compass that you see here was developed a couple years ago and represents what Fifth Third believes and how they define success. The core values are the standards by which all employees are expected to interact, again with customers, clients, and each other. And then abiding by these core values, employees support the vision of the organization to be the one bank people most value and trust. Taking it further, the Human Capital Leadership Team developed the Human Capital Vision that is supportive of the organization's core values and vision. So, as mentioned, supporting the vision of the organization, again, to be the one bank people most value and trust, the Human Capital Team must provide effective human capital solutions. So, understanding the significant role the HC team has in support of the organization's success, the vision was creative and also defined. So, ignite a culture of excellence through innovative people solution. Breaking that down, each section has a clear definition supporting the culture within the Human Capital Division. Ignite. Provide clear vision, purpose, and meaning. Create the conditions and work environment that drive energy and excitement. The culture of excellence. So a high-performing culture that reflects the core values and behaviors. Continuous listening, learning, and improving to help all employees deliver their best work for all stakeholders. Through innovation, be innovative. Build new capacity for growth, collaboration, resilience, and creative play. Engage with the future to allow managers and employees to be the most effective and efficient. People solutions. Solutions designed with the employee at the center. Empowered talent focused on the right things at the right time and the right place at the right cost. Let's now look at the qualities and competencies expected of the leadership team within Fifth Third that are needed to support the culture of the organization and the Human Capital Division. Starting with strategic agility with execution, the leaders of the HC team have the ability to create a vision and plan based on a long-term, big picture view, and they effectively lead the delivery of the results. Next is change leadership. Over the past 10 years, there's been significant change. The leaders of the HC team have embraced and led through change, creating a culture of continuous improvement. Talent optimization is key. Recognizing the strengths as well as the limitations of others is critical. The human capital leaders have done an outstanding job in selecting, developing, and retaining key talent. Self-awareness. This is the ability to understand one's own feelings and presence, as well as the ability to self-reflect and identify their strengths and opportunities. It's important for leaders to understand how their behavior impacts others and modify their behavior when necessary. Building relationship is another key competency. So thinking back to the flower petal model, this is a key characteristic for success. The ability to build trusting, strategic internal and external relationships is crucial. Influence. Effective leaders must have the ability to persuade key stakeholders to take actions that will advance business goals aligned to the strategic vision and core values. This has been critical to the success of the human capital team within Fifth Third. All of these competencies are critical within the organization, but just as they are important within the organization, the leader's ability to build external relationships and support their local community is an expectation as well. The HC vision, aligned to the vision and the core values of the organization, has set the human capital team up for great success. With a committed focus on the inputs such as org structure, role clarity, the human capital employees have been able to work as a cohesive, high-performing team, accomplishing great things under the leadership of some pretty amazing human capital professionals. I want to thank you for your time today and appreciate the opportunity to share with you the information of Fifth Third Bank and the human capital team. Thank you and have a great day.